Hi guys, welcome to DevLogs. Today I am going to show the most frequently used shortcuts in IntelliJ. Learning these shortcuts will save your time and as well as make you look experienced to others. So without further delay, let's get started. Here I am going to use this project which I have already developed, and also I am using IntelliJ Ultimate for the demonstration purpose. So where I have installed presentation plugin. In the newer version there is no support of presentation plugin. So that's why I'm using this older version of IntelliJ Ultimate. So the first shortcut I'm going to show is find and replace. So the main purpose of this find and replace is, for example, I have opened this class which is entity. So here you can see Jakarta. This is the package of Java 17 latest version. Okay, for example, let's say you are using Java 11 instead of Java 17. So now your team want to migrate to Java 17 from Java 11. Okay, now after migrating, you have to replace these packages, right? So in the Java 11, the package name will be Java X. So after migration to Java 17, you have to change that Java X to Jakarta. So here currently I am having these many classes. Okay, so now you have to open each class and you have to use Control F and then you have to replace. Okay, so instead of doing that in the entire project or in the particular package, you can do Control Shift R and you can search with that particular text. For example, here I'm going to use Jakarta. So where you can see all the places where exactly we are using. So here right here you can see in which class we are using this Jakarta and you can review, and now you can give the text here. So what exactly the text you want to replace. Okay, so now if I click replace all, replace, so now you can see Java X. In all the classes you can see Java X only. So it has been replaced. Okay, so now again I don't want to use Java X because I'm using Java 17. So the right package I have to use is Jakarta. Now Control Shift R again. Here also you can see what exactly I'm using the shortcut. Now change from Java X. So let's say, so now here you can see Java X, right? Let's say I'm using Java 11 in my mission in this project. Now I have migrated to Java 17. So the package it won't support because we already migrated to Java 17. So now your duty is to replace this Java X to Jakarta. So instead of going to each class, you can directly use Control Shift R and give the name, give the text here, what exactly you have to search, then replace with the text Jakarta. So this is the latest version package name. Okay, so you can review all the classes and now replace all, replace. Now you can see it replaced in all the classes. See, it replaced all the classes which we use the shortcut on the specific package name. Okay, so not only on the package, you can find and replace in the entire project structure. For example, here if I use Control Shift R on the project level, so here you can see this is directory. You can change to in project. So currently there is no search results. Now if I use Jakarta, see it will show entire in the project level where we are using this Jakarta. See now search results extended. So in the different packages, we are using this Jakarta. All right. Yeah, cool. So you can use if you want to replace, see how many classes and how many places we are using this Jakarta. So going into single class and replacing which will be a tedious task. So you can use this Control Shift R and it will be a life savior in many ways. Okay. So this is the use of this Control Shift R, which is find and replace in the package level, or you can use this shortcut on entire project level. Cool. Next shortcut I'm going to show is for switch tab. So this shortcut I have used plenty of times. So switch tab is nothing but, for example, here I have opened plenty of classes, right? So I have to search like this, like scrolling, and then I have to go to this contact controller. And again, if I want to go to another class, then I have to again scroll and I have to click on accounts. So instead of doing like that, so I have already opened these classes. Now you can use control tab. You can directly switch from one class to another class. Okay. So if you want to see all the classes, like you have to hold control and tab. So it will show all the classes, right, which we have opened. So you have to hold the control, okay, then you have to click tab now. So it will shift to another class. Now again tab, it is going to next class. Remember that you have to hold control, okay. So now I want to go to cards. So now tab. Okay, now I am here. Okay, you can directly use control tab. Okay, so see how easy it is, isn't it? Yeah. Now the next shortcut will be Project Explorer minimizing and opening. So if you want to quickly close the Project Explorer, which you can see at the left side. So this is the Project Explorer. So if you want to minimize this, you have to click on this hide button and it will minimize. And if you want to open very quickly, then again you have to click this project. Okay, so now we are doing by mouse clicks. We can see this Project Explorer occupied more space, right? So if you want to minimize very quickly, there is a shortcut which is Alt 1. So if I press this Alt 1, see, without moving the mouse, we can easily minimize that Project Explorer window. If you want to open that again or maximize that again, you have to click Alt 1. See, it is very useful. You can minimize the Project Explorer very quickly. So you can see the class in full screen, right? So sometimes it will be very useful. So that's why I want to show this shortcut. So next shortcut will be running the application. So if you want to run the application, you have to go select the main class and you have to click on this play button. So now I am running the application. Now application started. Right. So if you want to use shortcut in order to run the application, then if you hover over here, you can see the shortcut as well. Shift F10. Okay. So if I use Shift F10, it will run the application. So if you want to run the particular class, like this is the main class, I am in the main class, have to click Control Shift F10. Then it will run particularly this class. Okay, for example, let's say here you don't have the main class already configured. Currently it is already configured. So if you want to run the main class, you have to be in the main class and you have to click on Control Shift F10. Okay, for stopping also there is a shortcut, Control F2. Press Control F2, then it will stop the application. Mainly I'll use Shift F10 for running the application quickly. Next shortcut is for minimizing the run window. Currently you can see I open my run window here. So after running the application, it will automatically run the run window. So if you want to quickly minimize the run window, you have to click on Alt 4. So it will minimize the run window. And you can see the properties also as well here. So if the run window is maximized like this, you can't see the entire and you have to keep on scroll down if the class having more lines. Okay. So if you want to maximize again, you have to click on Alt 4. If you want to minimize, you have to use Alt 4. So quickly we can do this operation by using the shortcuts. Next shortcut is running the application in debug mode. So in earlier shortcut, you have seen how to run the application by using the shortcut. So likewise, we have the shortcut for debug also. So if you want to run the application in debug mode, you have to click on Shift F9. In the screen, you can see I am running the application in debug mode. So now we ran the application in debug mode by using the shortcut, which is Shift F9. Okay, so if you want to minimize the debug window also, like for minimizing run window, we have to use Alt 4. So now you have to use Alt 5. So it will minimize the debug window and you can open the debug window with the same command, which is Alt 5. Okay. So these two are optional based on your interest. If you want to use the shortcut, you can use this Alt 5 and Alt 4 for opening and closing the run and debug windows. Next shortcut is for refactoring the class name or variable name. So this is the most useful shortcut and I also used plenty of time. So here, if I want to change this class name, so you can see there are two usages. So this class I'm using in two places in the customer class. So at line number 36 and 39. So if I change something here, it will break, isn't it? Like you can see the error in the file name as well. And one related problem. Here also I have to change if I change over there. Instead of doing changes in multiple places, you can do Shift F6. You can use this shortcut, which is Shift F6, and you can change the name. Shift F6, and if you want to give another name, you can do like this, class. So click on Do Refactor. So it won't ask for you. Okay. So now I refactor. I didn't touch anywhere else. So authority class or in the two usages also you can see I didn't change, but it is changed over here as well. Okay. So this refactor will be very helpful for you. So if you want to do these kind of changes, you can use this shortcut for variable also. So for example, I'll go into this bank controller. So here I want to change this user variable. Okay. So if I change here, it will show error right away at 2024th line. So instead of doing changes in multiple places, you can use the shortcut Shift F6 and you can give like customer object, something like this. So it will replace in all the places. So currently here you can see only one usage. So let's say this variable I have used in 10 to 20 places. Then you have to do manually. Each and every place you have to copy and paste. So instead of doing like that, you can use this shortcut and it will change in each and every place, even in the other class also. Okay, so this will be very useful. You have to remember this. Shift F6. Next shortcut is Optimize imports. So here you can see all the import statement which currently I have used here. Okay, so if I use any other class, let's say I'm going to use contact controller, right? So I didn't use this variable anywhere. Okay, so if I again q new link list, I import this. So I thought to write some code by using q. So now I realized I don't want to use this q. So if I remove this contour controller not required. So from this class I'm removing these two lines. So if you go up, these two imports still there. Okay, these two classes I have imported but I didn't use. If you want to optimize the imports or if you want to remove the unused imports, you have a shortcut called Control Alt O. So what it will do means, so here you can see removed 6 imports, added 4 imports. So it will remove unused imports. So it will take only the required packages or required classes. So it will optimize the imports. So it will help you to run the application quickly. So this is use of the optimize imports short. Next shortcut is for extracting the method. I am taking this class for demonstration. So for example, if you want to extract the piece of code into a separate method, then manually it will be a hectic task, right? Select this piece of code and you have to cut and you have to create the method by yourself. So which is a error prone and it is not recommended. So instead of doing manually, we have a shortcut which is Control Alt M. So this shortcut I will show you again. Like if I right click, refactor here also extract method. Okay, shortcut for you is Control Alt M. Select this piece of code and now click Control Alt M. See how simple it is, isn't it? So it extracted the piece of code into a method. You can use any name like extract method or something like this. I'll give some random name. See, extracted within a click of a button, right? So if you want to refactor or if you want to move some piece of code into a separate method, then you can use this shortcut. It will be a lifesaver for you. So again, I'll show another example. So this expression I want to introduce in a new method with the return type. Earlier we used void return type. Now we will extract the method with a proper return type. Now Control Alt M again. Now it is extracting and it knows. So it is intelligent. Like it is already suggesting it will return string and it is a private method. It should use only inside this particular class. So now we will give proper name get JWT token. See, I have extracted this method, this piece of code into a separate method. See how simple it is, and it is easy to readable. Okay, so this is the use of this Control Alt M for extracting the piece of code into a method. Move on to next shortcut. So this shortcut is for extracting the any string or any constant into a variable name. So you have to select this piece of text. So I want to extract this value into a variable. So you have to use Control Alt V. This is the shortcut to extract or to introduce the value into a new variable. See JWT underscore token. So I can give like this. So if you want to introduce any value into a new variable, then you have to use this shortcut. Okay. So extracting the any constant into a separate constants class. Suppose you are using your constants in a separate class that is a final class or something like that, or any interface, anything. So you want, so this one, these are all the text or constants. So it is not recommended to directly use the string values or any constants here. So I want to introduce this. See, this JWT token have used in two places, right? So instead of doing like this, you can extract or you can move this value to a constant class or interface, anything. So there is a shortcut in IntelliJ. You can move this constant into a separate class or separate constant class. The shortcut is for doing this. Control Alt C. Select this value and press Control Alt C. So now you can see replace all occurrences or move to another class. Select move to another class and enter. So now it is showing this dialog box and you have to select the class. So this text, this is the variable name I want to give and I want to extract to security constants. Now replace all occurrences. Okay. See how easy it is. I highly recommend to use shortcuts for replacing any values, refactoring purpose, or refactoring any variable name, extracting method. So I have to use this shortcut. So it will save your time as well as it will help us you to reduce the errors in your application. Next shortcut is for assigning the values into a variable. Okay. So let's say I want to write some array list here. So instead of assigning by myself, this is the traditional way, right? I will show you new list string list string list equal to new array list. So this is manually we are writing the data type and variable and then we are assigning the value. So instead of doing like this, I can directly write this and press alt enter. Here you can see introduce local variable. Again click on enter. So it will directly assign the value and we can give the proper variable name as well. It will be useful in many cases. So for example, I'll remove this. I don't know return type of this secret key spec. So now if I just alt enter introduce local variable, see it is doing the job for me. No need to do any extra assignments operations, right? So it will be useful for you. If you want to duplicate the lines, so for example, I'm going to create a CSV file here, data.csv. So here I will take ID, name, age, something like this. So value will be
1, any random name, John 20. So I am going to prepare the data, CSV data or anything. Even in the code also you can use this. So if you want to duplicate the lines, you can use Control D. See, quickly we can create. No need to select, copy and Control V. Not required. You can directly use Control D. So this data, it will be useful for writing any test case. So you are going to write the JUnit test cases. If you want to create any mock data, then you can use this. So in many cases, I also used n number of times for creating the test data or creating the mock data in the list by using list.off. So if you want to delete the line, there is a shortcut, Control Y. So you can use this shortcut to delete the line quickly. So this also very useful. Okay. So for formatting also there is a shortcut. Let's say here you can see my lines are not in proper way. It is in different format. Alignment is not correct. You have to manually do something like this, right? So instead of doing like that, you can use Control Alt L. So IntelliJ automatically format. You can see 8 lines formatted. Okay, so shortcut is Control Alt L. Alignment is not correct. It will automatically do alignment for us. So I want to show one shortcut, which is Control E. So Control E, it will list all the classes which we opened earlier. So you can see if you want to see the history of the classes you have opened, you can use this shortcut. So even if you close here, you can see the history here. These are all the recently opened or recently accessed class files. I want customer, I will search. So see here it is showing and you can click. Okay. Another useful shortcut is double shift. So this double shift is useful if you want to search any class or any file. Click double shift and I want to search accounts. See, it is showing entire project, how many classes or any matched elements it will show. Even settings also you can search actions, symbols, files. Particularly, I want to search class files. So it will list only class files. And if you want to list by using regex also, it will work. Account star roller. So like this also you can search. It will list down all the matched elements. And there is another useful shortcut. For example, if you want to shift the lines, so you have to do like this manually. Select Control X and Control V. So three operations I did for moving this line to above. So instead of doing like this, you can use shortcut Shift Alt down button. See, it is moving that particular line to down. If you want to shift to up, you can use Shift Alt up arrow, down arrow. See, easily I can do that. Less error prone and it will be useful. So if I want to create a duplicate line, Control D, JSON property, I want to add above mobile number. So Shift Alt, see, easily added. Nothing, no copy or paste or cut. So just I want to add this JSON property on role. So Control D, now Shift Alt, see. So like this, you can use your shortcuts very quickly. So you can do the job by using shortcuts. It will save your time and it will be very helpful for you. I want to show one last shortcut. So if you want to list down all the methods used in the class, there is a shortcut Control F12. You can see all the methods declared in this particular class. See, handle, set CSRF, you can search also, and you can click on this. It will directly navigate. Okay. So CSRF token request handler. If I go here, there is only one method. So I use Control F12. It will show what are all the methods inside this class. Even it will show parent class methods also. So this will be very useful if you want to directly navigate to the particular method. So let's say in the real world, in one class, you will have 20, 30, even more than 30 also. Okay, so if you want to navigate by yourself, it will be very tedious and tough task. So you can use Control F12 to list all the methods and you can select. If you have any text, you can search by giving the inputs. So it will show all the matching elements or methods. And if you want to directly navigate to any other class, you can hold control and you can use mouse clicks, control and click. It will navigate to this predefined class. And another shortcut is if you want to directly navigate to this particular package or location, you can use this button. Okay. So if I click this, it will directly navigate. So sometimes it will be useful even in the real world application. You will have so many packages. Let's say I minimize this package. I open this class, I minimize this as well. So if I want to directly navigate to this particular package or location, I can directly click on this and it is directly opening that package and it is pointing to that particular class. If I want to study about this no argument constructor, I can click on this. If I want to open this package where it resides, then you can click on the same button. So it will open that particular package and it will point to that corresponding class. So for debugging purpose, it is very useful, very useful. I hope this video is useful for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.